Welcome everybody. Jose J Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor here. Sunday coaching series continues. So somebody tells me otherwise. Okay, we're going to continue Sunday coaching. Now, right now, what we're doing is, for those of you that are new on here or logging in after a while, okay, we did start the Wednesday coaching series. Okay, now the coaching series on Wednesday is a lot more in-depth, step-by-step, how to invest in mobile homes. This Sunday coaching series call is 30 minutes every Sunday. But the Wednesday is anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes, depending on student questions, Q&A, and of course, the topic that we are covering. So that being said, we definitely get into a lot more in depth. But what we're doing on this Sunday now, while that is also going on, is it's almost following the week, the week after from the Wednesday, meaning whatever topic we cover on Wednesday, we're going to cover also on here. And we'll talk on. Should you want to learn more about it, you need to go ahead and sign up and come and join us on Wednesday calls for that. If you have not joined that call, you can do a one-time come and try it out, see if you like it, see if it's the right information for you, and then we can sign you up after that. So, okay, you don't have to run and get subscribed for that right away. Just send us a DM, send us an email, let us know, hey, I want to be a guest on the next Wednesday call. We'll sign you up. We do pay attention, obviously, to the Zoom sign in, so that we just not everybody pops on in, but that's what we have going on. So this week, what we have is talking to mobile homes, talking to mobile home sellers, okay, direct sellers, park owners, park managers. We'll cover that a little bit into that in a few minutes, okay. And then we got if you're on Instagram, we got Myron over here. He is awesome mobile home investor, park owner. I'm going to let him speak here in a few minutes too. He can tell you a lot about some of these parks and a lot of awesome stuff he's doing. So great stuff on here. But, one of the things this past week had me thinking, so many exit strategies are, you can do with mobile homes. So many more that you can do with mobile homes, can't do with houses, stick built. And when I say even something, glance to that, people immediately think, oh, he hates real estate. I don't hate real estate. All right, clarification yet again. I don't hate real estate. I love all assets. I love all investments, but I love the ones that bring me the highest return on my investments, ROIs, and that's mobile homes. So that's why I stick to those. Okay. So that being said, it got me thinking. We did, we're doing tons of stuff this year. And of course, if you watch some of our videos, you saw I introduced 3 new exit strategies for mobile homes, never before done, that we're using all the above now. The Airbnb one is doing phenomenal. I'll keep keeping y'all posted on that when we get more. Section 8 is coming. We're working on that, very specific as to what they require, but it's there. And then veterans assistance for veterans, that's a done deal. So that one's phenomenal. We're working more on that. It's trying to get some, as they say, they will assign them to us. So we'll let you more on that. But I was sitting there doing, because we're doing a lot of park infills at this time. Parks is our goal. If you know anybody selling a mobile home park, or you yourself is selling a mobile home park, send us a message, send us an email. Be happy to review it, check it out. We do quick closings, cash offers, guaranteed offer, of course. So we're working on that. But at the same time, with a lot of the park owners that we already do investments with and we already do business with, they are pressing. They've been pressing for a while to get mobile homes brought into the parks. Okay. So we're working with a lot more of that as well. We're putting the rehabs to a pause for that this time. We're going to have a call on contractors, handymans. I got a JV partner who I'm going to bring on, and I'll tell you, one of my coaches always says, it is that last little bitty duties in any rehab that it just seems like it lengthens. And it does even more and even worse when you have contractor crews that just don't want to work. It's not to talk bad about contractors, okay? There's a lot of crews out there that are phenomenal. They do what they say. They're there when they're supposed to be, et cetera, et cetera. But the majority, unfortunately, do not. So we'll talk about that. But it definitely got to put that for a little break on the rehabs. We're going to jump on into more infills. But, one of the deals that we did this previous week was, we got 3 single wides, okay? 3 single wides from a piece of property. It's not a park. It's a piece of property. And it was, let me see, it was a total of 6,000. That's what we got the mobile homes for, okay? They were late 80s and one early 90 models. They basically wanted them more so gone. So we got those, put them under contract for 6,000. 2 hours later, we reassigned them to a park owner for 15,000. No money out of pocket. Sold them in less than a day. Okay, in 2 hours we had them reassigned. Now what I'm talking about is, yes, wholesale. Okay, you can do wholesale. A lot of people question that. Oh, I didn't know you could do wholesale with mobile homes. You do wholesale with anything. Cars, boats, motorcycles, doesn't matter. Okay, do the contracts right, agreements accordingly, and you can do wholesale with anything. So, stuff like that is, when you think about, a lot of people say it's so hard to make money. I can't figure this. I can't figure that. I don't want to say in an ugly form of it is easy, but just like anything that you do over and over, practice makes what? Okay, I don't believe in perfection, but you're definitely going to get better. And when you think about people who have no money, if you're coming into mobile home investing, do not let I don't have money. And if you don't, that's fine. But don't let that hinder you from being able to make deals, from being able to do something with them. I mean, our calls we have here every Tuesday, you can bring us deals that you can assign them to us directly. We'll even walk you through the process. Okay, so you got a guaranteed buyer if it's a deal. Okay, so there's no excuses. The only thing that's keeping you from succeeding at anything is always you. Okay, there's money to be made out there, and if you do it right, you're going to make a good business. Ain't that right, Myron? I think you're muted. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without giving us details, you don't got to share numbers. You done wholesale, right?
I did a very few wholesale, very few, not many.
Myron here, he has a mobile home park, so he ain't got time for wholesale. You can't blame him. Parks take attention, and it's one of those higher risk, high rewards kind of thing. So, but when you did do the wholesales, I mean, how difficult were those for you?
The wholesale deals were very easy, man. Basically, when you in the industry and you have folks calling you all the time with mobile homes, you have people giving mobile homes for free, or $500 to $1,000. Then people that want the mobile home. So it's basically just a couple phone calls, networking and phone calls, and you can do a wholesale deal within a couple hours. As long as you got the correct paperwork in hand, it's a couple hours. You can make a couple grand real quick. So wholesale is
very easy to put money in your pocket, and that's well said, because investors get into mobile homes and they think immediately, well, I want that traditional, which is a good thing. That beat up one in the park, I can rehab and I can sell it or rent it, etc. That's beautiful. But when they see a mobile home that it needs to be moved, they immediately run away from it. For those of you watching here, let me give you a tip that's going to make you money immediately. Okay, if you do it right. If you see a mobile home that somebody says, get it off my yard, it's free, just get it off. Call the nearest mobile home park, buy the mobile home, and ask them, are you looking to buy any mobile homes at this time? Do you need any infills? And when they say, yes, we do, then give them the details of the mobile home without the address. Okay, and that's how you can lock one up. And as soon as they say yes, you got yourself a buyer who's right up the street. So many ways to do that. Yeah, I mean, the ones that get me is always the same. Well, I'm still trying to get started into it, and some of these people are 2 years later, they're still trying to get started into it. So, hey.
So what I would say to them, man, just jump in it. I mean, it's like anything, you're doing something for the first time, just go in and get in it, start learning the processes, get you some education, start learning the processes. It's not that difficult, guys. It's not difficult at all. But it's very, very rewarding. So just get into it. Don't be afraid. The folks that own these mobile home parks, they got a little money because they own parks, right? They got a middle community. But don't be afraid to talk to those folks. They just like you and I. So I say jump into it. I mean, the market is getting saturated. A lot of people are getting into mobile homes, flipping mobile homes, wholesaling them. And buying whole, all that good stuff, but I would say just jump in.
Absolutely. Don't forget, mobile homes are low risk, low entry, high reward. It's funny you say that it's getting more saturated. It is 7 years ago, and you've been in this longer than I have, but it was not. There's always been somebody investing in parks and mobile homes, but it's been very low key until now. Now you're starting to see all these gurus and all these people teaching, which is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I mean, I think there's enough deals to go around. But even so, I just visited a RIA one day last week. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and just walking around networking, nobody knows about mobile homes yet. So even though it's growing, there's still so much opportunity out there. A lot of people still, maybe it's a stigma. I don't know. It's irrelevant really, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the key is jump in. I mean, sitting on the sideline, you ain't gonna learn nothing. So
Actually, a lot of realtors in the Houston area that I deal with, I started talking to them and introducing them to mobile homes. And when I started showing them the numbers, they started to invest in mobile homes themselves and not pass the deals on, but they started, getting pocket listings of parks or mobile homes themselves. So they could see they can make pretty good money just flipping and wholesaling the mobile.
yeah. Oh, I want to say I've converted from real estate to mobile homes, probably about 10 investors, teaching them into and showing them the ropes and getting into, they just saw the simplicity. And it's one of those things where, why am I dealing with that kind of thing? But yeah, no, it's definitely out there. So, okay. Let me talking to sellers. That's okay. Myron, while we got you on here, and you struck a key there when you said fear, because that is the number one reason why people do not jump into anything for less, for that matter. Calling mobile home sellers. People fear that more than I've seen anything else. And I myself, when I got started, it was one of those. What do you think is the best way to overcome and get that confidence to call people?
Well, you said actually call park owners.
Either or, I mean, direct sellers, park managers, just picking up the phone.
Pick up the phone. Look, they either can tell you yes or no, right? At the end of the day, end of the conversation, they're gonna say either yes, I'll sell you the mobile home, which is a win for you, or no, I don't want to sell my mobile home, and they maybe even cuss you out. But it's worth it. I tell people all the time, and it's like anything. It's like starting a job. You get in, someone train you, and it's not gonna always be easy, but get over the fear of calling people and talking to people. In this business, you got to be a networking person, and you got to be able to talk to people. I mean, it's some harsh people in this industry. From the mobile homes, the folks that move mobile homes, they're pretty harsh. To the park managers, park owners, they're pretty harsh. You got to have some thick skin when you're dealing with these type of folks, but it's very rewarding. I tell my story all the time. I started this social media stuff probably a year ago. I jumped in, and I got a lot of people in my DM asking me, why you not on it? Why you not on social media anymore? I just took a couple months off because I have a new baby. But I tell that story because mobile homes itself, nothing else. Mobile home has allowed me to retire my wife. I get to spend time with my family. I don't have to answer to no one. So if you want that type of lifestyle, man, I'm telling you, mobile homes can do it for you. So get past the fear.
There you go. That is phenomenal. For those of you on Zoom, if you didn't hear Myron, he said mobile homes allowed me to quit basically, and that's how he's creating a living now. So, and when you do something you love, it doesn't really feel like work. So that's the beautiful thing about it. I also did quit corporate America 2 years ago, mobile homes. I could have quit many years ago, but I too had that fear. So, it's one of those things is you can definitely create a living with mobile homes. No doubt. You can create enough passive income, okay, from mobile homes individually, not even parks. You can create rentals. How many of those rentals do you need to replace your income? That's question one, okay? And then past that, continue. Because once you do 1, 2, 3, it just gets easier and easier, and you keep on going. So that's definitely phenomenal there, Martin. And yes, not taking it personal. If you're going to take it personal when somebody tells you no, hangs up, or doesn't use the most nicest of language, you're not going to be in this niche of investing very long. Okay, that you forget about that. I got many of those in the beginning. You're already down on yourself. You ask family, all they do is give you even all this more naysaying nonsense that you don't need, and then you call park managers and they yell back. You're like, man, feel like you're getting crowded by it. So, is what it is. But for every no, I say there's a yes right around the corner. Get past the no's. Okay.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I see someone say it's more intimidating talking to them in person than over the phone. Man, get out there, get in the parks. I tell you what, if you go out there and you start making relationships with park owners or park managers, forget the owners, park managers, the folks that run the office, man, if you make some good relationships with those, they'll keep you busy every time someone have a mobile home for sale, or have any kind of issues with a mobile home. They'll call you. You get so many deals from that one park. That was one time when I was collecting mobile homes. That was one of my strategies. I found a big park with like 200 plus mobile homes in it. I become friends with those folks in the office. I bring them coffee. I'll send them to lunch or something like that. But in return, one time they did an audit. And the owner somewhere in Jamaica, Bahamas, on the beach somewhere, and they had to do an audit, and they had to clean that park out. So anybody that didn't have a clean title to their mobile home, they had to get the mobile home out the park. Man, it was at least 20 some mobile homes at that point. They were forced to get those folks out of that park. And guess who they called first? Of course, I didn't take all of them, but I was able to get my first dibs on those mobile homes and share to other investors that I knew of those mobile homes that was getting sold for a great price. So again, man, I know it might be intimidating, but get past that. Go in and talk to those folks, and you can get some good deals out of those mobile home park managers in the office.
Absolutely. We're going to have a call and have you on here, or we have the whole call with you and me, so we can definitely hear on that. You're touching up on perfect topics. There is, yes, lunch, breakfast, gift cards go a long way. It's not a bribery. It's just something you're doing, and that's the thing is when you do build that relationship with the park manager, okay, he or she, they're going to call that one person that always does what he or she says they're going to do, keep what they're supposed to and do it right. They're going to continue to call you. What I do on mine is when I have, and there's this one specific manager I'm working more closely at this time with, just a lot more mobile homes, go figure, right? They keep coming from there. Every time there's going to be an eviction, every time they get a mobile home back, they call me first. So in that change, usually what I do is I may give them a little referral pay, something to compensate them for their time, okay? Because they can call anybody they want. There's plenty of investors out there, but they call me first every time. If I don't want it or I can't take it, okay, they go to the next guy. And that's fine with me. I've already seen it kind of thing. Yeah, no, that's great. Aaron, thank you for that. Definitely, I'm going to have you on here. You can stick around. I'm going to talk a little bit about because we're 20 minutes into, we got about 10 minutes talking to sellers. Okay. The best way to get better at anything is doing it over and over. Okay. If let me allow a couple more people here on Zoom. Okay. If you're making phone calls to mobile home park owners, mobile home park managers, okay, most likely you're going to connect with managers. Do not take it personal. Okay. And you have to understand one thing. Park managers are very busy. Okay. If you're going to make phone calls to them and or even show up in person, I'll go ahead and give you this tip. Do not show up on the first of the month. Preferably avoid that first week. That's when they're collecting lot rents. They're assigning fees. If somebody's late on rent, they're dealing with a whole lot of stuff going on. And here you come walking in talking about, do you have anything for sale? So just try to take it from their standpoint as well. Put yourself in their shoes. And again, evictions, typically what we see here in Georgia and most of the Southeast is lot rent is always due on the 1st. It is late after the 5th, and evictions happen on the 15th. So when do you think the best time to call a park manager or show up would be? Second or third week of the month. That's when you can figure out who's going to be out or that sort of thing and start building a relationship. They're also not as busy. Okay. Now there's 3 types of sellers when you think about mobile homes. Direct owners, somebody who actually lives in it, maybe an investor. Okay. There's park managers, and then there's park owners. How you approach each one is going to be very differently. Okay. My coach mentor says, try to hear them out and almost sync to with the way they're speaking. Okay. And in a way that makes sense, because if you're dealing with a park manager, you cannot speak to him or her like a park owner. Park owner understands things from a business standpoint, understand things from a numbers. Okay. So when you come into this park, and if you're speaking to a manager about numbers, it may not relate very well versus, hey, a manager does what? They manage the park, manage the residents, they manage everything, make sure everything works out. To them, I'd be more engaging in how can I help you eliminate some of your work, Mr. Park Manager or Mrs. Park Manager. Okay, if you have a mobile home that it's a fixer upper, what I call, okay, if I can purchase this mobile home, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to start paying lot rent. I'm going to rehab it, make it beautiful, presentable. Okay, it's going to raise the value of the park. And whatever resident we bring, we're going to bring them through you first so that they do, because most parks have to do a background. Once they're approved through you, always hold them above. Okay, we're going to make sure that they pay on time. Now, whether the resident pays on time or not, your lot rent will be there. If we have to evict the tenant, we'll take care of that. You just eliminated a job that nobody likes. With a park manager, landlord, it doesn't matter. Okay, go into court, evictions. That is a headache nobody wants to deal with. So if you're willing to take that alone and they realize I don't have to deal with this one resident, that's your responsibility. That's already a win-win. You're getting closer to that yes. Okay, so speak their language in a sense. Park owners is, I don't want to say easy, but it is definitely is the easiest. To them, it's all about making them see the numbers. They're business people. That's what they got in here. Now they got to, no business person gets into business to lose money. They get into it to make money, right? And let's be real, we're all here to make money. So when you talk to them about their losses, that is the best way I've been able to get into the door real quickly and go from, may I invest in your park, to suddenly they need me. That's a different side of the table to be in, and a lot better. If you drive through any mobile home park, see and look opportunities. Okay, if you see vacant pads, that's an opportunity. They're not full. They don't have a mobile home there for a reason. Okay, we're going to find out why, but I want to count those pads. I want to find out how much the lot rent is per pad and what it includes, because I'm adding. See what I'm doing? I'm adding the numbers. There goes 2 pads, 5 pads, 10 pads. This park has 10 empty pads. How much is each pad? 300. What is 300 times 10? You see, I'm doing this due diligence in a way before I call the park owner, if I know I'm going to get a hold of them. And then I'm going to count how many fixer-uppers. Look, now here's the thing, okay? In real estate, they teach you, typical, a mobile home, a house of stick built is vacant when you see tall grass, when you see trees hanging on it, when you see, there's certain criteria on that. I will tell you, take that lightly when it comes to mobile homes, okay? Some people, grass is tall, trees are leaning in. That does not mean that's a vacant home. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But count them up, count how many homes. Because when I do call, okay, now it's Mr. Park Owner or Mrs. Ring, ring, Mr. Park Owner. Okay, my name is so-and-so. I'm a mobile home investor. I realize you had 10 empty pads at your park here. Are you looking to infill any of them? Most usually try to wave me off, the first call, because again, this is the first time you've connected. You could just be somebody else, blah. But I immediately bring that up. I noticed you got 10 empty pads, all costing you $300. That is, somebody do the math for me, 3,000, if that's what it is. Okay, that is costing you $3,000 every month that you're not making. Okay, now at the end of the year, you're also paying taxes on each one of those pads. So that means you're not only losing money, but you're also paying money above that. I thought you were in it to make money, not lose money. Can be good business. Here is how I can help you. You see what you're doing, okay? You're making it be known that you can help them, and that's the way you got to make it, is make it more about them than about yourself. Too many investors are, I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that. There's no we, there's no win. It sounds like a lot like you're gonna do all kinds of things, and maybe they work out, maybe they don't, but you're not putting them in a good position, right? Because especially if you're just that one more, I hear that. Well, you're just another investor. Well, I don't know what the previous one did, but them referring to you that way doesn't sound very well, okay? So make it a win-win, always make it about them. And then you have direct sellers. Those are the hardest, okay? We're talking much like real estate now. Everybody who owns a mobile home and is selling it thinks theirs is worth the most, okay? So with them, I'll say you almost have to go into a coaching session. You have to explain why you're offering what you're offering, or either you just trying to beat them up, trying to take their property, they're already in defense, they see you as you're trying, a lot of things in that, but it's all explaining them to them is why are you trying to buy it at the price that you're trying to buy it. That you're going to have to figure out what the market is, market numbers, what you can offer max, MAO, maximum allowed offer, and be able to offer them a fair market offer. And I know I'm going fast here. So this is why you need to come on Wednesdays, where we can break all these things. I can't jimmy all this stuff together in one. Myron, there's too much information here. I can't feed all in one.
You're doing a good job.
I'm running on a timer. Okay. So yes. So explaining your offer, and when it comes to a direct seller is always, I'll say this, ask this question. This question alone is going to answer a lot of things for you. Why are you selling? It's not personal. I just want to know, why are you selling? You're going to find out that one of those sellers is selling because they're maybe upgrading. Maybe their family grew. The single wide, 2-bedroom, 2-bath ain't doing it for 7 people now. So now they need a double wide, which means they probably have money. They're going to upgrade to a bigger one, maybe move somewhere else, right? So there may not be as distressed or as quickly to sell versus somebody who, hey, I'm behind 2 months of lot rent. I haven't paid my taxes. They're talking about evicting me. And I don't even think it takes 2 months now, back when the system, we're kind of rolling. But so you know who you're dealing with. This does not mean take advantage, beat them up. It just means that, okay, this person here needs to sell. If it gets to a certain point where the park evicts them, they're not going to get any money. So they're in that position where they have to sell. So that question alone, why are you selling, is going to answer a lot of things for you. Anything you want to add to that, Myron?
No, man, I think you touched it all. Great information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. Okay, good stuff. All right. Anybody have any questions? I can't see chat. I got a double screen there and Zoom. Let me see if anybody's asking something over here. Y'all asked Myron here. I didn't even introduce him. Myron here, he's out of Texas. He owns mobile home parks. He's been investing in them. He has created enough passive income too, without sharing too much of your business, to get out of the corporate world. And that's essentially what all of us need to do. Okay. So if anybody has a question for him on here, hey, get him while he's on. Get back on the time key. Absolutely, Prem. Coach, Mark, how important, somebody put on here, coaches and mentors. I lost track how many coaches and mentors I've had. For the longest time, I thought it was just, I thought it was an expense, and I thought it was just somebody trying to take my money. That's what I thought about coaches. But after a while, I realized more and more how important they are.
Right.
What are your thoughts on coaches and mentors?
Well, it depends on who the person is, right? If you're a self-motivated person, yeah, you can jump on YouTube. You can learn it yourself. Just do trial and error. You can. It'll take you that much longer to get to your goals, to bump your head and lose some money, etc., so on and so forth. I think coaches and mentors. Now, I will say this: I pay for coaches and mentors. I have a mentor right now that's mentoring me in another area of my life of investing. They already bumped their head. They already went through the struggles, and so they're gonna just make my journey a lot easier, right? Mm. So if you're gonna get a coach or mentor, I would say if you're gonna invest the money, please do the work, because you can't expect the coach or mentor to do the work for you. If you're not gonna do the work, and that's probably 80 or 90% of folks on this call or any call I ever get on, everybody get excited when people talk about making money, because everybody want to make money. But when you have to put in the work. If you're not gonna put in the work, don't waste the money. But if you're gonna put in the work, it's very rewarding. I can say that.
Absolutely. Yep. That is phenomenal. You said that. And I can't tell you how many people hire me as their coach and mentor and basically expect me to do it for them. Myron here said it correct. Nothing works unless you do. Whether coaches or mentors, they're going to help you speed up. They're going to help you avoid wasting time, because that's one of the biggest things. Money you can make back, but you ain't getting that time back. Once you lose that, you're spinning wheels and trying to figure something out that you could have already been doing. And that was my biggest, people have asked me, if you could do one thing different starting over, what would it be? And that was always my response, is give me a coach and a mentor. Because even though I felt like I did all right, looking back, I thought, man, what was I doing over there, kind of thing. So, a lot of mistakes. Got a question here from Norman, I think. Have you all tried Airbnb mobile homes? Yes, sir. I know a few investors that do Airbnb and mobile homes and are doing very well. As of November last year, we started our first one, and we're looking to do a few more this year, and they are doing phenomenally, to say the least. RTOs are one of the best exit strategies until we introduce Airbnb into our exit strategy. So yes, Airbnb and mobile homes work. You have to do your homework on that, because certain areas, people may not do it. They may not qualify for Airbnb, or a lot of people may not care to, being again in the areas that they may be. So just do your homework on that. Make sure that Airbnb approves of them. And if they do, then the next approval comes from the park, and you're good to go. So, okay, well, we are at 8:30. I say that was a phenomenal call, man. I'm glad you joined me on here. Always glad to speak to you. So, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be talking more. So, and I do have a few parts, by the way. I'm about to be reaching out to you probably this week. We're narrowing down, closing in. So, you know.
No, great.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'm going to let go of Instagram here and also Zoom. If y'all are looking for coaching, visit us on this Tuesday. We got the Let's Do Deals, 7 p.m. Go to our social media, GarciaMHU.com. You'll be able to click on any of the links there. All of our social media calls are always on there, posted, Zoom. And then on Wednesday, we have the other coaching, which is also much like this call here, but a lot more in depth. So if you like what you heard here, join us on Wednesday. All right, everyone.